Hello, quick little tutorial, that word didn't come out very well, on how to scan yourself or someone else with the Healy in the Resonance. So those of you who have the Resonance app, hopefully by now you have the blue app, the Healy Analyze app. And I was going to use my iPad because it's a little bit easier to show you guys. So, okay, so when we're talking about Healy, oh gosh, hopefully this is going to work and you can actually even see. So there's two apps. You can barely see that one is pink, one is blue. So the blue one is called Healy Analyze. That's what you're going to need for when you're doing the resonance scan. So first thing, it just comes up, you just say next. When you have someone who's brand new or when you first get yours, you're going to want to create the client. So the lighting is just terrible. I wonder how to make this lighting better. So down here is a little like house looking button. Boy, you can't, there it is. So you touch the little house looking button and then you get, I don't know why the lighting is so bad. You get clients or lists. So anyway, you want to click clients. At least you can kind of know what I'm talking about here. And then on a new one at the very top, you're going to say add new client here. So once you add yourself, you're going to want, you need a picture. You're going to want to take your energy signature, your vibration. Once you have your client created, then you're going to go down here to the middle and you can either, so with your resonance, you can do two different things. You can run the resonance analysis or an aura analysis. We'll do the aura analysis in a different video. I just want this to be about how do you know, people ask me all the time, how do I know what programs to run on myself or my loved ones? So click the little top one, find yourself or your loved one, whoever you're wanting to do it on. I'm going to do it on myself. So my little snazzy little picture. And then it will ask you, so it says, with what do I have the greatest resonance now? That's like what you're thinking. And then continue with database selection. It'll be the second one. And then here's where you can do lots of things. But for now, let's just start with what are your top 5 programs? So you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom until you see the one that says all Healy programs. You're going to hit that. And then you probably can't see it, but what do I have the greatest resonance? All Healy programs. Hit the pink button, hold your fingerprint down. Now the fingerprint is not actually taking your fingerprint like a picture of it or anything like that. All that is so that you have an intention. And if you're reading that sentence, like literally you're just saying, what do I need most right now? Like, what do I need? And then it's going to come up with a list of programs. Okay, so these are your top 5 programs. And then we're going to rerun in each one to see specifically what you need, because you'll see that it will tell you, I need, holy moly, 93%. I don't know if I've ever seen one that high. 93% gold, then chakras, bioenergetic balance programs 2. I always say bio 2. So I had a hard time saying the whole thing. Mental balance and skin. I'm having an interesting day, it looks like. So once you've got your top 5, I always write mine down because I have no memory and it doesn't work that way. But there is a list if you forget or you didn't write it down. There is a list and you can go look at that. So then what you do, there's a couple things you can do. I always, because whether I'm running these for me or for my family members, then you can hit actions and you can do vibrate and you can just leave it on the minute and then it will be sending vibrations for 1 minute. Or not. And then there are times that your Healy decides it doesn't want to work. You just have to get out of the programs and back in. Anyway, trying to get back to where we were. So me. Okay, so my number 1 top of the top 5 was gold. I can remember that. So I should show you again. Okay, so then what you would do is you go hit the bottom middle thing again to where you get back to where you're going to scan. You hit the top thing again. You pick yourself because essentially you are scanning yourself again. But now when you get to what do you've got your little picture, what do I have the greatest resonance with? When you go, instead of scrolling down to the bottom to hit all, now you're going to go to whatever was your top one. So my very top one was gold. So I'm going to hit the gold programs, and then I'm going to scan it again. And you do your fingerprint again. And then it will tell you what top 5 out of all the gold programs, what are your top 5. So really you're just looking for your top 1 here. So mine is 80% release. So the first thing before I run anything else, I need to run release on myself. It was the number 1 program, and then the number 1 in that. So my number 1 was gold, and then in the gold, my number 1 was release. Okay. So then I would get out of this app, and when you get out, you have to completely close out, all the way out of it. You can only be in either the pink or the blue app at one time. So make sure when you're switching from apps, you completely get out. So that was the blue Healy Analyze app to scan myself to see what I need. Now I would normally go through and figure out what were all the top 5, or what were the 5. So I remember one was Bioenergetic 2. I would go in there, see what the first one in Bio 2 was. One was mental. I would go check that out. So then I would write those down. But we know my number 1 was release. So I just want to show you guys real quick. Now you go back to Healy and you go into the pink app, the one that just says Healy. This is where you're actually going to run the programs with the microcurrents. So you get in there, you have your little notice, you just hit next. And then there's all your programs. So if you have the blue app, you're going to have all these. You have all the programs. So find what you want. Obviously gold is at the top. So we're going to go to gold, and here's all your gold programs. And so then you're going to run the release. And now it gives you what is suggested to be the best one. You don't have to do this. I mean, if rarely do I put them somewhere other than either, depending on if I've got now with long sleeves, sometimes I will just put the little sticker on my hand. If I don't have long sleeves on, typically I will put the bracelets on. I do mine a little bit higher just because I don't seem to get a real good connection right at my wrist. And I think that's just because there's just not a lot of meat there on your bones. So I go up a little bit higher. Or sometimes I still use the sticker and I put it here. So it will give you a suggestion, but even if sometimes, you just can't make that physically work, like it wants you to put it on your back or your shoulders or something, and you're like, yeah, that's not going to happen. You can put it on your hand, put it on your wrist, wherever you want to put it, you're still going to get the microcurrent sent to your body. Okay. So anyway, so for release, then all you would do is hit start. Now, a couple things. Once this program gets sent to my Healy, and I'll wait here and show you, when you're in the pink app, once it gets sent to your Healy, you can get out of the app and do whatever you want on your phone or your iPad or whatever you have. But if you're in the blue app and it's running vibrations or you're scanning something, you have to stay in that app. Once you close out, then like it stops running. The pink app you can get out of once it sends the program, because once it sends the program to your Healy, then you're good to go. And the Healy has it and it will be sending microcurrents. So I probably don't have to show you guys, I'm guessing. So the other thing is then, you would be connected. You definitely have to put these. Like I said, I'm guessing at this point you know how to use your Healy, just maybe not exactly how to do the scanning. So obviously these two little things go in here in your little Healy. And then mine are all trying to get that to go. Sorry, mine are all like, anyway. I must have been in a big hurry when I put them away last time. Trying to show you guys. So anyway, I still have a mess here. So I would just connect it. I would just hook it onto my sweater, and then you would then snap these, whether you're wearing the bracelet or you're going to put the sticker on here, but obviously these go onto, like I said, either the bracelet or the sticker, depending on how you are planning on running yours. So here it's now working on the release program. It just sent it. So you know how you know is once that starts like that. Now, obviously mine is going to be black behind it because I'm not even connected to anything. So this is where you can turn up your intensity. Turn down your intensity if it's just too much for you. This is where it shows you the maximum number of minutes that the program is going to go for. And the reason it says it that way is because if your body gets what you need before 46 minutes, it will just stop sending them. Like it is checking you. One of the videos that I watched that I found so incredible was no matter how long the program is, so this program is 46 minutes, the first 23 minutes, it's sending every 10 seconds, it's sending a different microcurrent frequency to you to see what your body needs. Then it's got your number, and the second half of the program, it's giving you exactly what you need. And that's why sometimes you may finish before, you're like, you've got 3 minutes left, and all of a sudden you look at it and you're like, holy cow, how am I done? It wasn't 3 minutes. Your body got what you needed and it will finish. So anyway, once you get to this point and you know the program has been sent to the Healy, and see now the Healy is going, you can get out of your pink app. Okay, you can get out, you can do whatever you want to do with your phone or your iPad or whatever you are using to run it, but you can get out of that now and do whatever you're going to do, and then come back to it in 45 minutes, or when you stop feeling it, or if you stop seeing the lights go, however, but once you get to this point, you can get out of your app. Okay, so that is how to scan yourself or your family member. Okay, we'll do a different video about the aura analysis.